So I have these markers and crayons. So this is orange, this one is brown, this one is yellow, green, actually lime kind of green, and this one is purple, okay, bluish purple. I'm going to tell you a story with these markers and these crayons over here. So let's see, I'll just outline it in green, looks pink here. So once upon a time in a land far, far away in Asia, there were some people who knew each other, okay, and they used to wear hijab, but it was to pretend that she went to visit her sister and they were sitting at home. They were not wearing hijab, because women don't wear hijab. So these women, you know, they were visiting together, and they were with a friend of theirs. Okay, so this was one of the sisters. Okay, really rosy, cute cheeks and everything, right? Let's see what this color does. Maybe one of them has kind of orange hair. She dyed her hair, right, so it looks blue. This is actually orange. Can you see the blue there? Maybe she colored her hair blue. We'll see. She has some, you know, she's a bit funky, so she has some funky hair. Okay, right, and maybe she has blue eyes, right? She could have blue eyes. Actually, they have brown eyes in this country. Asians usually have brown eyes. I'll do this. A little bit slanted eyes. Okay, no problem. Right? People have slanted eyes. They also very smiling. These people smile and laugh a lot. They're very friendly and happy people, I tend to think. I've read a Filipino guy's comment. He said that Filipinos are always laughing and smiling. And that's a Filipino saying that. I'm sure there are Filipinos that are sometimes depressed. You never know, right? Not everybody's always happy, correct? Let's do this like little flower hair thing. Sorry, I wasn't filming. So there she has a hair thing on. And then I'll get to the other sister. Okay, anyway. So I'll just continue drawing her. She has some kind of shirt on. You know, she's sitting on a couch, so this is not working out very well. Okay, I'm trying to focus here. Okay, so it's fine. You know, she has a shirt. I'm trying to draw now without actually looking at my phone. This is not gonna work out. Yeah, it's kind of polka dot shirt. Okay. Collar, something. Oh, it's fine. Okay. So they're sitting on a couch. I decide to take a photo. Maybe it has a flip top thing, you know. All those flipping phone things. Okay. So yeah, let's take a photo, guys. Okay. So the story's taking way too long. I'm trying to try to find a pendant thing that actually works. Okay. Her hand is down here on her lap. And she says, let's take a look at that photo we took together the other day. I said, sure. So you go and look at it, and what the heck. So behind them is some kind of hairy human-like figure. And they don't really know what it is. It's like, it looks like some scary, you know, figure with eyes and long hair. Okay, and it's just hairy. It's like actually like a hairy person. Okay, it's not like just normal long hair or anything. And they see that guy behind them, right behind them, and they just like freak out. That story about a jinn that they saw in a photograph, an actual, you know, photo or a mobile picture. I don't know if they had printed out the picture, but someone actually told me a story that happened to them personally, her and her sister and their friend. There was actually 3 women, and they took a photo, and when it was developed or after they saw it, there was this hairy guy or something behind them. The end. Stay tuned for part 2. Another story also from Asia. Actually the same exact country, same location, roughly on the map, on the world map. In this country, Asia, it's not uncommon for people, although it is a Muslim majority country, it's not uncommon for people to have, say, some kind of statues or something, or stuff with face. Like they have, there are Hindus living there, and Buddhists and Chinese people who migrated there, Singaporeans.
Nothing happened.
What the hell was that? Are you kidding me? And maybe it doesn't look like that. That's just a weird looking thing with horns or something in a face. Anyway, there are all kinds of idols and stuff, right? In some of these countries, because they worship idols, basically. And some of them I've heard. I didn't see any personally. I saw some big things like temples with lots of colors, with they have lots of kind of statues on them. Maybe you could search Google, you see it. You could find a picture of something like that, like a Hindu statue with horses being drawing a carriage or some prints and different, kind of I guess mythological people or different things. I'm not exactly sure what kind of. I've heard some of the names. I don't remember. I used to see some movies or some of these Indian movies where they show this kind of a god or something, like a man god or something, and he has some kind of, I don't know, mission, or I don't know what he's doing. I couldn't understand because it wasn't in English. I don't even remember if there was subtitles, but anyway, definitely some weird things sometimes people are saying. So basically there are a lot of idols, and people think that idols somehow are connected to supernatural things happening, or paranormal, or whatever you want to call it, right? I would say they are more like things from the unseen that can sometimes appear. This one was the first story I ever heard about this kind of thing from a person actually I knew. So I had a friend, she was Canadian, and she said her husband, who's from Asia, and what am I doing here? Okay, let's see this guy, I don't know, let's draw his hair in now first. Okay, this guy has kind of square jaw, I don't know. Okay, there's a guy studying in a chair, right? And he's studying for his exams or something for school. I don't know if he was in high school or in university. It seemed they were boarding together. So they slept in the same room. So his friend was working away on. One of them was studying, the other guy was asleep. Okay, it's a calculator or something. I don't know what it is. He's doing some calculations maybe on this calculator. Okay, fine. Okay, that 99 from Gretzky. Okay, so 99, number 99, Wayne Gretzky. All right. Okay, so this guy studying at home. Maybe it was late, or it was early in the morning. Before everybody was moving around, there was no hustle and bustle, just very quiet in their apartment. And we'll just draw a window over here, some curtains or something. Okay. Okay, a window. Maybe there's a small breeze blowing, if I keep the window open. I don't know, but they didn't mention any window or anything, so don't get any ideas like this was something that could have happened. Maybe it was the wind blowing. There was no wind blowing. Okay, let's do a small plant here or something, a nice green plant. It looks like something else because it's a different color here. So, let's do a pot. This is a shiny color. It doesn't really show up at all. Use something else. Okay, so I just drew a vase there. I'm sorry, the paper's moving around and I don't really have any control. Okay. So in the story, suspense, right? It's killing you, right? In this story. So the guy's roommate is asleep on a bed over here. I'll draw him with his covers. Here's a blue pillow, right? And he's basically sleeping, right? So this guy asleep, he always has problems with a jinn that bothers him. A jinn, if people don't know, is some kind of, an unseen creature, like an unseen creation that Allah created these beings called jinns. Okay. So if you don't believe that, it's fine. You can still enjoy the story. Some people believe in ghosts, right? Muslims don't really believe in ghosts. They're not supposed to. There are no dead souls wandering around because the soul leaves the body at death, and then, after a short while, the soul comes back. And you can read hadiths about why that happens. I don't want to explain all that in this video. So basically some good souls will go up to paradise and then come down again after they are perfumed and, they greet their Lord and then they come back down. Something, I'm sorry if I don't remember the story, the hadith correctly. But anyway, there are no ghosts, right? It's a jinn. If you see something strange, a creature or something, it's a jinn, taking a different form than what the actual form of the jinn is. Because jinns do not show themselves as jinns. They will come as a person or in the form of an animal or maybe something strange looking, like in the other story, the first story with the hairy man. So, the guy's asleep in bed, right? So, how can I draw his head here? Big ears, whatever. Okay. He hears his friend, he wakes up. And then, okay. He's pointing at something, okay? He sees some kind of, I don't know, creature with eyes or something. Maybe it looks like a human or an alien, I don't really know. Something tall and skinny maybe. Lots of jinns mentioned that they can be tall or very thin and so on. Maybe that's why there's these stories about aliens all the time. So easily unhappy right now because he didn't like seeing that, right? Okay, so there's also a third story. This was the first story I ever heard. The second story I ever heard was also about one of these guys and his sister. I think it was him and his sister, but one of these guys or these two were his friend. I'm not sure. So, but the same guy told both stories to my friend. It was his wife, and then she told me. So the other story that happened was that in his sister's house, the water in the bathroom would always be running, being turned on, and no one was there. So one day his sister got fed up, and she went to the washroom or wherever the water was running, and she said, could you please stop? You know? And then the water suddenly stopped, and after that, actually, she never had any problems again. It was just, it kept happening. I don't know if it was one particular dwelling where she was staying, or if it was always a problem with her, or if it was in her parents' home, or where was it exactly, but it was where she was living, and she would always hear the water running for no apparent reason. So, yeah. So when you go to sleep tonight, I hope you enjoyed that story and you have good dreams instead of bad dreams, but hopefully the story didn't scare you too much. I don't think it was very scary. Easily unhappy right now because he didn't like saying that.